Hey, Seth, Outdoor Power Man here. Hey, we're in the shop. We're going to put on a 60-inch Dethatcher rake onto the Scag Turf Tiger. One thing to keep in mind when you're doing this, you have to order the Dethatcher rake in two different models. If you have a bagger on with a weight bar, you need to order a special kit because it comes with these brackets to get the rake out from the weights. So keep that in mind. Other thing, we got it all laid out on the floor here so you can see what it comes like in the box. There's quite a bit of assembly involved. We've done a couple, so it's a little quicker, but...
Alright, now we're going to put these brackets onto the weight bar to be able to put this bracket on for the main Dethatcher. And the tools that we need here, we need a 3/4 socket and a 3/4 wrench if you use the new hardware that came with the weight bar. So zip those off. Now another important part of the mounting here is you want these holes down like this, and so if they were flipped they would be up. That's just important, so the Dethatcher sits at the right angle and it works as it should. So now we're going to take this bracket piece and center it up to these holes the best you can, mark them out, and drill them. You can center it, with the tape if you want, but eyeballing it works just as good. Now it's hard to see my marks. I just used a black Sharpie. I'm gonna put an indent on them with this punch here, and I use a 1/4-inch drill bit as a guide bit, and then you use a 7/16 bit to drill them out. All right, now we're gonna throw these bolts up here. I provided as well 9/16 bolt head and a 9/16 nut. All right, now we're gonna switch focus over to the actual rake. We're gonna put these two brackets on. They're both the same, not left and right now, it doesn't matter. And they all go in here with these 1/2-inch bolt and nuts. The nuts are serrated on the bottom like that, so you can zip them up in there and tighten them down just like that. There's multiple holes here. I think it's depending on your model, but I have found with this rake that the ones that are one inside from the outside fit with this model of mount. So we'll go on and do that. All right, so it's important to have these little tabs here in the back. That's all for the lifting, lowering, and the locking mechanism that you'll see later here. Now we're going to switch focus over the wheels. It is important that you look at this like this. So these brackets here, these should come in on the rake, and that's just more of these 1/2-inch head bolts with these little serrated nuts, and we'll get those on. All right, so in adjusting the wheels, need a 5/32 Allen wrench. at, you just loosen these up. Those casters should drop. And you pick it back up, put it where you want it, and that's how you do that. And then for the last thing on the rake, you're going to want to find this latch piece and these 2 carriage bolts that were in the bin with the rest of these other nuts and bolts here. And then you're going to want to put it in on this right side one here. There's just 2 holes where it would go. Put that on in, and put the nuts up in it, and tighten her down. So now back to the machine side, you're going to find these 2 brackets that will hold the rake onto this mount here. They both come with these plates in them and these carriage bolts. What you do here is put the plate on the back like that, put these carriage bolts through, and then put the nut on it like so. Don't tighten this down all the way for adjustment purposes. So what these do is these will clip up in here, slide up in here, and allow you to adjust the height on the rake a little bit. So we'll get all that up in here and I'll get back to you. Alright, so now you're going to want to find the bag with the pins in it. You're going to find 2 of these gold pins. And then what you're going to want to do here is raise the rake up, get it all lined up. And slide the pins in, just like so. Once you get those pins in, you'll find these keeper pins with it. Look like that. You'll put them on the inside of the pin, and I'll get back to you once I finish that. So once you get those 2 cotter pins in, you're gonna go back in your bag and you're gonna find the 2 longer chrome pins. And you're gonna wanna find this bar. And this bar will go in the back holes here. And I'll show you what that looks like. So it's just going like that. And then you're gonna want your two more cotter pins here. Slide those on in. That's what that should look like in there like that. Now you're going to want to find your handle piece and the last 2 pins. And you can put this on either side. Both sides have holes for these pins. Then you're going to want to put those cotter pins in there. And then find the handle piece. And put this last pin in there. That should be just like that. Now you should have a functioning tine rake. So I should pop it like that, and that's the down position. And if you bring it up further, it should lock in like that. Now you're up for transport mode, and that's that.